Hey guys, welcome to LearnitLen. I've got thrown the wrong way.
HTML5 and CSS3, Part 7. Hey guys, welcome to part 7. Alright, so in our last tutorial, in part 6, we were focusing on our main header as well as getting everything set up. So far it's looking pretty decent. We've got a nice hovers going on when we hover over with our cursor above onto the nav. Which is nice. Our navigation bar is looking good, pretty decent. But anyways, moving on, I'm going to be showing you how to do pretty much most of everything else, which includes these lovely fellas and possibly the images and this bottom footer, which isn't amazing, but you know. Anyways, so let's get started. Okay, we're going to type in content, full stop content, sorry, and press enter. So we've got brackets, press enter, and then we're going to do width 70%, and then we're going to type float, and we're going to do left. Save. Oh shit. Sorry, wrong page. Perfect. So, you're probably thinking why? Well, when we did this, so we did div class and main content blah blah. We might focus on that later on, but within our contents page, with so on, it's made or pushed everything else below the second post to the right hand side, and that's because we told this, our first post and second post, within our content, which is here, sorry, not there, it's here, which ends here, so everything within there, so both our bottom content and our top content has been pushed to the left hand side, is floating on the left hand side within our style sheet. So this is how we were able to create this effect. Pretty cool, I know. Anyways, moving on. What we're going to do is, so let's create a few more spaces, make it look a bit neater to look at. And then we're going to do enter, full stop, and we're going to type in top content. So we're going to be focusing on this page, and we're going to do brackets, press enter, background, color, and then exclamation mark? No, they're not. It's not exclamation mark. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, it's like a bullet point, double-sided bullet point, something like that. I don't know. Someone else tell me in the comments below. Then we're going to do hashtag, we're going to do FFCC80. If you're wondering what I'm talking about hashtags, well, in the previous episode I did mention that you can choose your colors. So if you want to customize it once again, just go here, copy and paste any of these hashtags colors, which this would get you that color and so on. Just by selecting color, you can vary it no matter what you want to do. Anyways, I'd rather stick with my color scheme. So if you want to customize it, go ahead. But if you want it to look like mine, recommend copying me. Alright, so we're going to do border radius. So if you remember, what the border radius does is that it makes like a curved edge on the corners, as you can see. So it makes it look kind of cool. We're going to do 6 pixels, and we're going to give it padding, and then we're going to do 4% plus 6%. Don't do a plus sign. I'm going to do margin top, and then we're going to do 20 pixels, and then we're going to do margin right, and we're going to do 2%, and then we're going to do margin left and 2%. The reason why I'm going quite quick is because you should be used to this by now. You know, you could always pause and stop it if you want. But anyways, control and save. And let's do control and refresh. There we go, there we have it. So we've got the background, we've got the border radius, we've got the padding, so everything has been spaced out. We've got a margin right, so the distance from there to there. We've got a margin left. By the way, you can change margins individually as well, but also, instead of just having margin then doing numbers, you could do margin top, margin right, you know, with a dash in between. That way it tells, you know, that you want a margin on the left and you want a margin on the right individually as well. So, yeah. Anyways. Let's make this, if we change this to 5, do control and save, it's changed the margin on the left hand side and pushes it towards the right. So if we do negative 3%, control and save, it's going to push it probably further down there. Yep, like I said, but I don't want to do that, so let's just do 1, save. You know, you can customize it as well. I'm going to do 0. So it stays in line with that. But yeah, if I was you, because all laptops, computers and so on are different, I'll change it, you know, according to your screen if you want to keep it in line and so on. Anyways, let's change the bottom content. Bottom content. So should have, there we go. What you can do is you could just copy it like this, and then you can just paste it in like so. But I've already done it anyways. So, anyways, you know, if we go, just make sure you, whenever I do go through here, that you can kind of catch my drift. You know, if I'm swapping in and out between index and your style sheet. Anyways, so let's copy the control and save. But we're going to change the margin top. Alright, so we've copied and pasted it, but we're going to change margin top. And we're going to say 15 pixels instead. And we're going to give it a margin bottom as well, because we want to have space between here, as you can see. And by doing so, we're going to do this. Margin bottom. Bottom, yeah. I'll do 20 pixels. Control and save. And by the way, you can change, you know, once again, you can change things using a percentage or a pixel. Anyways, control and save, control and refresh. And as you can see, it's created a distance between here and here. Anyways. So, sorry about that. I got a bit distracted. You know, I can't figure out why it hasn't separated here, but I really can't be asked. So what we're going to do is we're just going to leave it like that, margin left. Let's do
I want you off the set, you prick!
I'm getting even more confused now. Let's do margin negative margin 4 on the margin left. So that's looking more in line. Let's just keep working at it. Yeah. Okay, and what we're going to do is, for the content, we're going to do margin bottom, and we're going to do 5 pixels. Control and save, control and refresh. Let's create a 5 pixel gap. So let's add on a bit more. Let's add in 70. So it's created a 70 pixel gap. Yay! Okay. Well, now that we've got that done, what we're going to do is we're going to move on to our top sidebars. When I say that, I basically mean these lovely jubblies, as you can see. Okay, let's get started. And what did I call them? I called them upper sidebars, didn't I? So over here. So copy and paste it into there. We're going to press enter. We're going to do width. We're going to type in 23%. We're going to tell it to float on the left hand side. And then we're going to press enter. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do background color, and we're going to make this hashtag FFE0B3. I'm going to do a border radius like so, 9 pixels, and we're going to give it a Moz border radius, and we're going to give it 5 pixels, so it's universal. It works on all browsers. In terms of adding on a WebKit, I'm going to do 5 pixels. I'm going to give it a margin 20 pixels. But you know what? Let's add in some notes. All right, so we're going to go dash $sign top, and we're going to do $sign dash like so. Just copy and paste this like so. No, so only 3 times. No, 4 times. Change the second one to right, third one to bottom, and this one to left. This is a gentle reminder. So as I mentioned before in previous episode, we can change the margin by individually just by typing in margin. So this will affect the top. We're going to affect the bottom by putting in a 0, and we're going to affect the bottom by putting in a 5%, and then we're going to affect the left by putting in 2%. Interesting, isn't it? And then we're going to do padding. Forgot to add that in. So padding is going to be 8 pixels. Let's add in a note once again. So what we're going to do is we're going to do top and sign and bottom, and then in this we're going to do 20 pixels. And we're going to do left and right. Perfecto. Control and save. We're also gonna change the height. So as you can see, this has affected our very first. Beautiful, isn't it? It's affected our very first sidebar, our first note, and what we're going to type in this is we're going to do height 300 pixels. Control and save and see what happens. So let's create some space. We don't need that because it's, you know, on a different browser. I kind of realized that the reason why this doesn't work quite as well as this one is because I actually edited this page using this browser. So the site was actually edited with this browser, so that's why it doesn't look as nice, but it still looks pretty nice in my opinion. Anyways, let's get rid of this. You don't need the height, it's pretty nice this way. And yeah, we're going to move on to the next sidebars. Sorry, one sec. Alright, we're going to do this really quickly. Alright, so we're going to copy. We're going to change this to our center sidebar because we did it here, like so. We're gonna control and save, see what happens. Just created that, beautiful. And what? What should we do? Well, we're also gonna change the post info actually. So if we go back here, we're gonna change. Put a few space bars actually, and type in post info, and we're going to change the font style, and we're going to make it italic, and we're going to do color gray, font size, and we're going to make that 15 pixels. Beautiful. Control and save. And what this has done is it's affected this part here. So as you can see, it's changed all of this. So if you remember correctly, this is the class that we're changing. It shouldn't have been done there. In fact, this is going to be Control X for cut, and we're going to do it in content here. Control and save, refresh. Perfect. So as you can see, it's changed our post info, so it makes it look kind of nice and neat. Anyways, center sidebar, so we've changed that. We're going to copy and paste once again, and we're going to call this one bottom side, lower sidebar. Lower. Control and save. And there we go. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. All we have to do is we can change the height, so we can make them all roughly the same. I think that might be actually a better option. So let's add in a height. But instead of 300, we're going to make it 250. So 250 pixels, like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy, and we're going to paste it in every single control and save. Every single one, so it's all evenly spread out. We could add in a margin top as well, so we can change the margin top so that way everything is a bit more neater. Let's see. So let's go to the center bar. Let's do 10. Save. This one. Put in 10. Save. Fresh. And there we go. Everything's a bit more neatly lined up. And there we go. Anyways guys, that'll be it for this tutorial. I apologize for rushing it through. But anyways, wait up for part 8. It will be out shortly. And I bid you guys a good day.